What up, Raffleaders? Welcome back to my channel. Look at where we are. This is Ogle. That's the Ogle airport in the distance. It's a tiny regional airport here in Guyana. Right, that's Ogle airport. These buildings, those are the aircraft maintenance division. Right there is local airlines and where they're being repaired. However, this is Ogle Road. This group of men coming down the street on a Sunday morning in November. They're Spanish speaking, most likely Venezuelans or Cubans, coming to work here at the bypass road. So last time we were in this neck of the woods, we saw that they were building a bypass road and they were building a hotel. This one is called the AC Marriott. Right, that's the AC Marriott Hotel here at Ogle. And in this video, we'll take a look at what has happened since the last time we were here at Ogle, looking at bypass road. So I've always wondered, how are they going to connect this bypass road to the East Coast? This is called the East Coast Bypass Road, and it seems to me that the only way to do that is by this Ogle Road. So they're going to have to widen Ogle Road and then make a slight curve to the south, in fact to the west, so that they could actually join the roads. Okay, so what do we have here? The last time we were in this neck of the woods, they were building a culvert. We could barely make out that the structure that they were building was a culvert. Some trucks coming, I guess the sand trucks fetching all the sand. Now it's complete, or at least you can see what it looks like. This is the culvert that they were building. And it's supposed to connect these waterways. As I told you in previous videos, all of this land used to be sugar estate land, cane fields, sugar cane fields. And so the drainage system, this is what it looks like. Here apparently it's huge, 2 channels, drainage system. Connects these channels, these waterways that were used to transport sugarcane and so on. So this is what the East Coast Bypass Road looks like now, about a month or 2 since the last time we were in this neck of the woods. They've completed this channel. Completed this culvert, and eventually I guess they're going to start building the road over it. Just take a closer look at this feat of engineering. So all of this earth has been moved, first to cover up or to blockade a waterway, a channel, and now here it is. We've built a channel that will carry huge quantities of water and form the basis for a bridge. So that's been completed. Clearly some progress since the last time we've been in this neck of the woods, and they've spreaded some of the sand out, because the last time we were in this neck of the woods there were heaps of sand, a mountain of sand, white sand, that was struck in to cover the ground for the road, lay the foundation for the road. those mountains of sand have been spread out, moved, leaving room for the completion of this section of the road. So let's see what it looks like. The last time we were here, they had spread some sand around along the path of the road, and I think I mentioned that maybe the best way to see what had been accomplished so far is to use a drone. Don't yet have that drone, but we will acquire one of them for the new year so that we can see a bird's eye view of some of these massive construction projects. But this is what it looks like. This is Ogle, and this is the bypass road that is connecting, eventually going to connect to the traffic circle, the interchange, which is now being called the Mandela, Eccles, Ogle, Peters Hall interchange. And this is what it looks like. It seems as if it's going to be a 4-lane highway or more, and it's supposed to connect at the other end to the East Coast Road. They haven't yet built out the section leading to the East Coast, and my guess is that they're going to use the old Ogle Road, and that will become the stretch from the East Coast to this entrance to the bypass road. So this is what's happening, guys. There's some progress being made. You can see that the culverts that they were building, and because this is sugarcane field, there were a number of culverts that have to be built all along this route because the waterways were used to drain the land. A lot of the land was sugarcane field and had to be flooded from time to time just to irrigate and also to move the cane, to transport the cane in punts, which in the old times were pulled with oxen. So they had these huge cows, ox, on the dam attached to the punts with a chain and a yoke, and they would pull the punts along. I think now they do it with tractors, but that's what's happening here, guys. That's what's happening in this neck of the woods. This road extends all the way south for about 5 miles and then turns west to join up at the interchange, or maybe it curves to meet the interchange. However, we're about, I'd say, 10 miles away from that Ogle interchange, and this is what it looks like here at Ogle. Right, we're about 10 miles away from Mandela Avenue, Mandela bypass, Mandela, Eccles, Ogle, Peters Hall interchange. And this is what it looks like at this end, this neck of the woods. And that's the Marriott. I'm going to give you a rundown of the Marriott, AC Marriott, in a few minutes, but this is what we've come to check out, the progress with this bypass road. They don't yet have a surface on it, but they seem to have built a culvert or several culverts along the way, and you can see from the excavators in the distance that they're still working on those culverts at each channel. So that's the update, guys. That's what's happening here in this neck of woods. This is the Ogle end of the East Coast East Bank connected bypass road, and as you can see, it's a major 4-lane highway that is going to be connecting the East Coast to the East Bank, that new East Bank bypass road, which will run all the way to Soesdijk interchange and eventually to Mary. And we've seen in the last video on the end of the road, that is when I asked how long it will take, you can see from the progress here that it will probably be another year or so before where it's all completed. So I would say sometime in 2024 we should see traffic on these roads that are being built. And so those people coming to Timeri Airport, Chedijagan Airport from the Quarantine and from Berbice will be able to bypass Georgetown entirely by simply cutting through Ogle and finding your way all the way to the interchange at Eccles, Mandela and Peters Hall. That's what it looks like, guys. If you want to see more content like this, click like and subscribe. In the comments below, tell me what you think about the progress on these roads. Do you think it's moving fast enough, or is it too slow? And as I promised, we're going to have some drone footage in future to take a bird's eye view of these major construction projects. But this kind of vlogging video allows us to see up close what's happening with the engineering, at the ground level, what's happening with construction of these roads. So tell me what you think about construction. That's the new AC Marriott. I'm going to give you a rundown of that in a minute. But tell me what you think about the engineering here. Right, this is another culvert. We saw the one that they built at the beginning of this section, and this is another culvert where they're eventually going to build a road over it. It seems as if they've completed this. The last time we were here, they hadn't completed this culvert. They just begin to dig a trench. They've just begun to dig a trench to create this concrete structure, and now it is complete. It's not as wide as the one at the beginning, at the start, but as you can see, it is complete. From here, you can see what's going on with the remainder of the construction. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Let people know what's happening here in Georgetown, Guyana, and at Ogle, the bypass road. Later!